What is going on, everyone? This is Double O Face coming at you with some gameplay from Modern Warfare 3. This is actually an old gameplay that I've had kind of backstocked because I don't know, haven't been recording anything. I've been getting good games, I just haven't been recording. So, should just actually little gameplay using my MP7, which is my submachine gun. I love using it, and I am on Seatown, and, this game goes a little bit long because, my team just can't seem to shut it out. And if you see the scoreboard at the end, you notice that I have the most kills. Then you're like, how did I even win with that many kills? It's because Penguin was in the game, and then almost like nearly right at the end, he loses connection, he times out. But luckily, Double O Face is a beast, and I pick up the win, just barely. We really do come back, so it's pretty awesome. But I want to talk about something that has happened recently in the Call of Duty community. Something that Robert Bowling, or Robert Trolling, has said that they were going to fix. Well, said that they fixed, but that's not going to be a super long conversation. So first, I want to talk about this article that I came across. It's top 10 studies in 2011. So basically, in the past year, people have been doing studies on things that are herp derp. It's like, duh, everyone knows that, yet people still conducted the studies of them. Some of them are really funny. So here's the list. Number 10, unsafe sex is more likely to occur after drinking. Duh. Number 9, men appear more confident when suppressing fear, pain, and empathy. Well, yeah. 8, I'm not going to say the numbers. Pot and smoking pot and driving is not safe. Oh, no, really? Pigs love mud. Yeah, okay. Fashion magazines glorify youth. Duh. People who have sex are more likely to stay married. Duh. Most parents don't think their kids are doing drugs. We know that's not true. People aren't doing anything particular on the internet, which is why you're all watching my videos. Restricting licenses decreases teen fatalities in vehicles. Duh. And shoppers ignore nutrition labels. Duh. They really conducted studies on these things. Oh, right here, my mom was talking to me, and I was trying to tell her something, and she just kept talking to me, and I cannot play while trying to talk to someone. So I was like half playing, and it led to me just like camping in a corner. But yeah, those studies are stupid. Like, you really spent money to like do research to like tell people that, if you drink, you're more likely to have unprotected sex. Duh. I mean, that's just kind of common sense, but at the same time, people still do these things, and people are stupid, so maybe they're necessary. I don't know. I just thought they were pretty funny, and hopefully you guys did too. So yeah, Robert Trolling came out in a tweet saying that later that night, they were going to be fixing the spawn issues by updating their spawn system. Now, let's go back to Call of Duties of past. Spawn systems have always been a problem. There's always been ways to exploit them. With Black Ops you had spawn trapping, and I think COD 4 was one of the ones where you just like aim somewhere, and I don't know, because I've only played Black Ops and Modern Warfare 3 a lot. I've played Modern Warfare 2, but not very much. So, spawn systems have always been an issue. They seem to be getting better though. Black Ops had its issues, but they kind of fixed some things, and it's really only like not Seatown. That's what I've been playing on. Nuketown was really the one that the spawns would never work on, and maybe that's because the maps were bigger. Maybe these maps are just so small that no matter what you're gonna do, you're gonna have the Nuketown effect, where you're always gonna have spawning issues. But since this quote-unquote fix, I've been revenge spawn killed so many times, and I've gotten revenge kills. Like, I spawn in and boom, the guy that killed me is right in front of me. Like, this has been happening more and more and more and more and more. The spawns are worse. They made them worse. And the worst part is they're not going to fix it. And if they do fix it, they're just going to go back to, like, how it was before. And I never thought I would prefer the older spawn systems because they were so broken that, like, they really broke these, like, even more than they were before. I cannot believe, especially maps like Hard Hat and Dome, you are going to get killed by people all the time. Like, I thought the kill camception, those days were over. Nope, they're thriving even more than before. It's so ridiculous. And I just don't know what to do. Do I just give up on the game? You know, once I hit that 10th prestige, I'm gonna have to go back to Battlefield. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'll probably just keep playing because I have a lot of friends who play, and you know, it can be enjoyable, but I don't know. I'm just kind of getting the feeling from the way that everything's going with Infinity Ward and everything is that they intentionally made the spawns worse. Like, they don't know how to make them better, so what they decided to do is to make them worse, and then people are gonna be like, wow, these are so horrible, that when they change them back to how they were before, people are gonna be so happy and think the spawns are awesome. You know, it's kind of like gas prices. Raise them, raise them, raise them, raise them, raise them, and then drop them. But, so like, gas prices are at $2, and they want to raise them to $2.15. But instead of just going right up to $2.15, what they do is they go to $2.45. And then when they drop it down to $2.15, everyone's so happy that it's at $2.15 that they don't care that it's 15 cents more than it was before. And, you know, I could be way off base, and, you know, maybe that's not what they're going for, you know, that's not what they're doing, but man, it sure feels like it. But some of the stuff that Infinity Ward has said that they were going to do, and they've ended up doing, they just completely lied. And David Vonderhaar and another commentator, I think it was You Got No Skills, Thunder Skill, I don't remember who it was, but they were talking about how David Vonderhaar was saying that they've like basically trained us to, you know, play games that are broken. And you know, it's true. Like, every Call of Duty has had the same problems, but we just get over it because we think the next one's going to be better. We think the next one's going to be better. We think the next one's going to be better. So I don't know. Maybe we're just stupid. We are all insane, you know, doing something over and over and over again and expecting a different result. Which the fact of the matter is, Call of Duties are always going to be broken. There's always going to be problems. There's going to be guns that are imbalanced. There's going to be people who exploit things. There's going to be campers up the hoo-ha. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. So maybe we're all just insane. So you see the score is 49-54. So I'm like, we need to pick this up. And this is about the time that Penguin times out. So horrible time for him to time out. But yeah, and now that I've really played an Infinity Ward game compared to a Treyarch game, you know, the flack that Treyarch got, I think, was completely undeserved because they both games have their strengths, and for the most part, I think involved, you know, game developers is way more important than some of the other stuff. Because I mean, David Vonderhaar and his team get stuff done. They're like, hey, we have a problem, we need to fix it, we're going to fix it, and then they fix it. You know, that's what they do. They're like, oh, people don't like Second Chance and Ghost. They made a playlist just so people could not use Second Chance or Ghost. Like, Infinity Ward would never do something like that. At least from my experience with the company so far, you know, playing their games, they would never, ever, ever do anything like that. Or they said that they were going to do it and they never did. I mean, trying to fix the spawns, good for you. Go ahead, go do it, but actually do it. I'm so tired of this company saying that they're going to do something, and not even just saying that they're going to do it, they said they did it. It's not like a, oh hey, we're thinking about fixing the spawns at some point. You know, they've said that about shotguns, that they're going to nerf the striker, I think, and buff the other ones. But they just talked about doing it. Now this is something they're like, we fixed the spawns, or we're fixing the spawns at this time tonight. So you can only assume that by that time, the next day, the spawns are going to be fixed. But they're not. They're even worse. It's just bothering me, you know. I'm still going to play the game. It's still fun. I'm not going to hate on it. I just think the game developers need to gomel. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed. This is Double FA signing out, saying good night and good fight. Let me know if you guys have been having spawn issues too. Like, are they getting worse or better for you? Alright, I'll catch you guys later.